And it's Team Dreadnought doing another deck profile. Today we're doing the new updated Eradicator deck. To start, using Ambush, Dragon, Eradicator, Linshu. When you boost an Eradicator and the attack hits the Vanguard, you can counterblast 1 and kill any grade 1 or lower rearguard on your post side of the field. A strict upgrade over Saishin from set 6. It's the best starter you can run right now for Eradicators. Standard 4 heal triggers.
Hey Josh, where did Addison Restored?
I play 6 critical triggers in this deck, along with 6 draw triggers.
Addison Restored, where did that move to?
I made this choice just because of the way I play the deck. I like having more utility in my deck, more ways to draw cards, more ways to get up shields, more ways to get units I might need. And the 5k shield doesn't hurt much in the late game, so that's why I play 6 and 6. Grade 1s, 4 Eradicator, Wyvern Guard Golds. Just standard perfect guards, run 4. 4 Eradicator, Demolition Dragon. Whenever he attacks, you have Eradicator Vanguard, gains +3, making him a 10k attacker. More 3 Steel-Blooded Eradicator Shookies. I want to play more, but I just don't have the ability to. I don't have any room. Ideal rear guard for at least one of your rear guard columns in the back row. He gains +3. He gains +3,000 every time one of your opponent's rear guards is put in the graveyard by one of your effects. The 2 10k booster Eradicator of Fire, Kohoji. Not much really to say about him. Onto grade 2s. I play 4 Eradicator Spark Rain Dragons. If you have an Eradicator Vanguard, he gets +3 whenever he attacks. It's a good, strong, solid unit. Every deck plays as many as they can fit in. Then you have 4 Phoenix Sword Eradicator Chalice. When he's put on rear guard or Vanguard, you can put one of your rear guards into Soul. If you have an Eradicator Vanguard, retire something your opponent has in the front row. Probably one of the best retiring units in the game, other than grade 3s. 2 Supreme Army Eradicator Zetons. The damage on flipper for Eradicators, anti-soul charges. It's good and solid. I only run 2 though. And then 2 of the upgrades from Shuki. The double gun Eradicator Hakusho. 9k, whenever one of your opponent's rear guards is retired from one of your effects, he gains +3. I'm still iffy about this guy right now, but he's doing alright for me right now. So, not much to say about him. And you go on to the grade 3s. I play 3 Eradicator Vowing Sword Dragon, the Break Ride for Murakami right now. This is strong, solid break ride. It's not the best, he's not the worst. Whenever you break ride an Eradicator on him, you can kill one of your opponent's rear guards in the front row, and they gain +10, and your Vanguard gains +10,000. And whenever he attacks and your opponent has 3 or more damage, he becomes a 13 attacker. So he's able to hit those rare cross rides you now see in today's format. Regular boss monster off the top. Eradicator Sweep Command Dragon. Probably one of my favorite boss monsters in the game right now. When he's called to Vanguard, you can put one of your rear guards into your soul to kill one of your opponent's units in the front row. And then he has Limit Break 4, Counter Boss 2, Soul Boss 2. Whenever one of your opponent's rear guards is killed by your effects, you can retire another card in the front row. He gains +5 and you can draw one. People will tell you to run Gauntlet Buster instead, but it all depends on your playstyle. Gauntlet Buster is more aggro, while Sweep Command's more of a utility or control. They basically do the exact same thing for relatively with the same cost, because Soul Blasting doesn't matter too much, because you're only going to do it really twice. Usually twice a game, which is about how much soul you would have with Gauntlet Buster anyway. Just instead of gaining 1 crit, instead I'm gaining +5 instead of +3. I'm killing another rear guard and I'm drawing a card. So it's more utility instead of aggro. And then the finisher of the deck, I play 2 Eradicator Dragonic Descendants. He's the big scary man of the game right now. With set 10 coming out, or with set 10 out now. His limit break is limit break 4. When he attacks your opponent's Vanguard and it does not hit, you can counterblast 1 Eradicator and discard 3 Eradicators from your hand. If he hasn't been and stand him if he hasn't already been stood this turn, and he gains +1 critical. And his other effect is you can counterblast 2 Eradicators, give him +5,000 for the rest of the turn. He's the feared card of the format right now, even though he really shouldn't be. He's solid. He's not OP though. You can play around him. It can be tricky in the late game, obviously, which is where he shines the most and why people have a problem with him. But in the early game, he doesn't really do much. But he's still a strong card. Use him as a finisher just because, like I said, he's probably one of the hardest grade 3s to deal with in the extreme late game. And if you rip one off the top while you're all depleted, it can seal the game right then and there. So that's it for this.
Alright guys, remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more videos. See you guys later.